na kyerɛ sɛ chairman a wɔdie no nyinaa no wɔtwe ne ho afiri mu nkɔmmɔ yi woteyɛ ɛto sɛn na sɛn so koraa na mo party amamra no ɛka sɛ biribi sei ɛsi a
Kwame menya akwanya yi mefa so akyia wetiefo nyinaa na wahwefo afei nyankopɔn bambɔ no nhwira deɛ ma obiara baako. Stephen Ntini obi a manim no akyɛ wɔ party no wɔ first vice chairman da nti mete asɛm no ɛha me kakra say about 3 months ago me amekɔsra no he was in good condition. But it appears something nipa ya pomodin de sebinye yan sebunukra. But as the highest officer of the party, I was expecting so by now maybe at the steering committee level and I be nipa bi who say be koso and I would have had some medical report about his condition. Na no actually na party no I'm a report. I think that it would have been better for the party, MPP, in the NSK report, but rather than a free family about and I'm very uncomfortable discussing some of these details, especially Ubia Pomoding, and then with the leadership issues that should be dealt in the boardroom of the party. But whatever happened, the party, Yawamra. And the Imran were very clear and very simple. If it gets to a point now, the chairman of the party, Unikrum Ha, and now say, or medically incapable of carrying out the functions, because it is a very clear cut line. Until a party, your chairman, your first vice, your second vice, your third vice, all because you need to say, a very possible say almost 9 at the same time, and I don't at the same time. See what the hula baloo is about. Say anywhere. I would have thought that by now steering committee would have met and had a discussion because I'm trying to call National Council be a national executive. Steering committee this year. Until no more discuss issues, me prepare agenda. I the Bebre National Executive Committee. So far I haven't heard Sibia Bisa Hakoso. There's a man pay at 10 o'clock we've been summoned say Yemra for National Executive Committee. Mean to me enter and agenda because meaning Obian communicated the full agenda to me. But we have been invited as such. Mestre party for Kasano ya dosu. Umemu any party the Edinia dog Kasapa any day any edited.
Yes, and son of Bahono. Mammy, son letter ye free a chairman 17 Hobayano. He caused them to write the letter. And now, sir, a Yabusiana and situation into a match repair the OT.
Well, it will be difficult for me to intimate that because the kind. Chairman in team is the highest officer of the party, one chairman of the party. And a party so steering committee day to day no, only extra party so through the general secretary of the party. And it's our question really, I do believe that perhaps it's the general secretary who will be in the best position to answer. So now say because be an American say one country and say yeah nipa. We are anything to be or any question, need to be an apomodin in ya. If you say, as a party at the steering committee level, Omesia, na Omedi Hum Kita, na Oma take a decision, na Ansana Oma Fair Conference, neck, na Omedi Abatu, and him to be a neck, saying to be a neck should give approval for a particular decision. I cannot tell. Say the first point of call will be to the party. So that party now. The first point of call is the party no amane. Na party no be share the steering committee na omoti asemo akati be there's a medical report to be an may take a decision in view of what we have seen. Irrespective of what the Constitution says, Now, first vice chairman would then assume the mantle and act as chairman of the party. So set time of a recover because he already a team back. And within so you can recover and come back because the mandate ends on that's I think in a year's time, 2026. And I cannot add my voice to all sorts of rumors and I'm around. So I may say, let's see who's a party a party a party assume on mine papa a party in traditional abuame kabima minkebiene. The democracy that we are enjoying is largely through the exploits and the dedication and the sacrifice of this political tradition. Sinene, the Okebima Minkebiamu. And Timijiri said, a set fata. Says we a party pengu, na umba apontia. Can be a so can be a Bema party no Ayan to present a more polished image of the party. And the best party for a chitafu. And peninful, when we show Macasai, and you mean a total abonting.
Papa, Mehu social media activities be Muncroft be a Bakon a Chama Abronye. Minim se one dear will be one social media channel. Oh ye, Mehunu. Wangasa wafa se abwa papu wono so de wo ye gidi che se aye personal we di take we nu ade enti empani ni wo muni mra ambatimi abra sa de yi
ye wo mra and apart from that one so winning responsibility as a senior officer of the party omo abomudin na omo ye officers of this party. To the implementation of MRA enforcement rather of MRA any provisions of our party's constitution. Now, a certain development may baffle a party more than a hygiene. And penning for as a party name almost and no more buying and no money a besaying in I am crying, may I name a panel. Woman, obviously, and then Pino Matising, na and Tokwa. Dede kasa emfata any DS yedima yemfama no and my party for how a buwa mabem a show makuma. The party is looking for a leadership. A bet kayinaya boom, like a glue to weld the top of the party together. Because they say in unity we strive. So and kabum here as a political party. In a fair party no. We are so to party. Oh, yeah, Diane, Ton, son, one friend, Nancy, and Yamishia, Nayan, come on, so the political party should have commonality of ideas and minds. You better respect yourselves, you do any dear Bema, and on the Bema in Chilman, so say be free. And they are bare for near my Benti, and this encountered to know. Who could you not be a now cast someone? And so will be Crafona, or betting a recording. Or record it on one bit in the social media output, not the above on 20, the work as a bidum a. Now, so we are officer of the party. You are under the provisions of the Constitution. Constitution makes require SEF. And you said, one will be crying, you know, when you may be so. You need to send a council, and I necessarily say, no, but Babontin, no more good party, no fee. And you're very bad. And I think that it is something that we will discuss today and take some really hard decisions. But, as a discipline room, we've got to enforce order and discipline and respect for the party. Party, so associate any of us and penny for back up. Now, so party, the ebetna, your nana, baby, for party, and they are song or mind down. And so I am for protecting the sanctity of the new patriotic party. Timmy, who say, Obi. A pija no or kasa tia party no a kasa sebi emfa a dog entry a dog especially after an election in who do you see yeah party for the before and call out and go to aba amay into a ne your opposition. This is the time to learn, to have sober reflection, You hear Yansa at the trust, you hear Abotre, you hear any people who have shown in their life Oma dedicated to the struggle of this party. Kwame, and then a party no. And then a Kabima and Kebiaba, and I fancy and Kwaya Juno Biaden and Sa Erum Nam Azie. And also, so this party was formed at a time of extreme difficulty in this country when we were in the military rule. It took some of us, it to a hoche, at the risk of our professional development, at the risk of our life. It was life-threatening in those days, in the early 90s, to be associated with our political tradition. You come meeting Kwanisi, and Kolana Bano. The last statistic I checked, we said electric here, over 50, 9%. The majority of the electric, they did not experience the difficulties of the 40 years the military dictatorship. I think that they are taking our democracy for granted. It will be a sorry. People should respect themselves. They should hold the party in high esteem because party party also saying MPP. Into your best kasana. Nipa pese ye fa party ni boy about study womo dia. Idea. Yenye niema ebema sebi ekitafo womo mbuofu omachi omo nyina ebeba party no de edo eni die eba ma ho na no na ebema Ghana for who say MPP for makom that them we should go back to our roots, what worked well for this political tradition. Na yinyai ene sube bi aba no kase so I know that's a one kase and it makes you a good politician. That cannot be correct, Kwame. Inti idea happen across the political divide. Inti ema eni papa. Those who can serve this country properly. Ombetime tuye wacha ye jumapa. Omunyina ache who free politics. Yangeya politics will be populated by misfits, people of no character, people of no ethic, people of no principle. Party politics no governance. You should have a profession like some of us do have. And sana, a man social the sum on mine Ghana. What do the other boy? I shall make sure that on mine a ye. Into a man yourself ye. Now a man do say na Yakudin Kugu instead of us exercising extreme restraint. Na Yakwechi, I am too way. At the National Council said, after Professor Okwe report no bias. For me, that was the most important thing. The party should have called a few stakeholders, the steering committee, those of us who have run the party before as former general secretaries, in conclave, because many people were confidential. Now, extracted from the report, and Nema here say a bedi a party no bisi kwampaso ibenya ahoden a pushy party no towards 2026. But what did we see? So as if it's business as usual. Oh, yen tonkoso, who can be any person be empathy a bit you. Yenye a niema a beboa party nina. A niema a party no I strong, not for any particular individual. That is very important as a political tradition. And I want to be an advocate. Me per se party for Mesremo. Yenny ye party no ho. Yenny o my Ghana no ho. Yenny this inflammatory language. Kasa ya. Kasa edin papa emu. Kasa edin tokwa. Yemeno ente insietri. Na abato de adventure kebima menkebi. Na ensi who say the real focus and purpose of governance is the welfare of the ordinary man. Ghana for ye di especially woman ni bi woman ho adwen to ni satimano na you feel say politics ni ye be famia be di ade na ya be shem krofo so na ya be pesika na ya di akyerem krofo a ye no nti na ye politics nti ye be se empenyimfo a edi ekuyenim edi ye ho boa for real Stephen Krekunom J.A. Addisonum Apia Minkanum Amobedi Akon A.K. Deku Jamfi Bikai And Pennyfo, a tall yard dying, a dubuatini, Jay could for that. People who sacrifice their lives.
Which are Ejenim Boating.
Yes, Ejenim Boating. So, the new crop of people I see now, the only every party and a party today. As the Young Executive Forum, Yene, Kujuban Reduma, Kosio Soji, Kandapa, Cecilia Dapa, Gladys Asma, Courage Kwasika, Nomia Disiano. Muslim be near 2 years, free bottom, Bawumia Abronye, on 29 years, contributing money at the end of every month from a small salary as a young engineer with the Ghana Highway Authority. At the NSC, why have we come this far? What is going on? And I think that today's meeting, I pray and hope that calm should prevail. You hear cool heads. You know, ahead there, and nipa bako in a big PS3, I'll be crying franca. You need nipa call. We finish one electoral cycle. I think the year started another electoral cycle. I didn't know jumpa. Ninyantia, ahead there, any pan of better back. Party for no is such and say, look. Your delegate system, they are unhappy with. And Professor Okwe's report, although mean from an ear, most of us haven't seen it, and I don't even understand why that senior members of this party have not been given the opportunity to review this report. Nankebia, and near my papa, a woman, you beat him the air, and the actual party, you intimate fanye. Now, Adane, social media, and Tokwa, a coso. Me support us in the sea, we have been thinking, we took money away. Sani is a party. Sani, ye no, come on, meto. Sana, ye started here in 1991. Come on, meto, no sanity. Ye buy as we are missing more dying. Ya megin sase, ye bad ye to your hotel, and ye be Juma, and the bois, a kuno, and be and so that generations unborn can benefit from the values and the principles and the virtues that really founded this great political tradition, which has survived the over 67 years of Ghana's independence. It's really a tragedy that I see certain characters now at the forefront of our party, embarrassing our party, kicking somewhere anymore, emphata. Not impending for the almost original Manaso, a two for the Nancy form, and here near my panel will be a thing. I will speak up, and I want today's meeting, I pray, say a ne, Ubia and Kaise, or Sunu Nayasum, or Sunu Sum, as to see Ubia. She said, you do want buyer or call. Sana President Kufo buyer or call. President Akufo do Aba or call. Sana here. Party is the vehicle that we use to transform our society into transformation of Ghana. And on every again, and near my baye, Bema Ghana, ye Kabere, Ghana baye, a crocassie, you see a politician. And Kobasa, ye ba politics, ye fool, and now you bring a free, and now you need a bush of being into the area. That is not the essence of politics. And I want to encourage all right-thinking, public-spirited individuals who are MPP people, and in fact for Ghanaians for that matter. Let's rise up together. Let's have a critical mass of right-thinking people dedicated almost to buying character matters in politics. To buy here, the character of people, the type of leadership that we have. Because all the wars that we've seen around the world, sometimes it's a word or two spoken out of 10. And no, they did a crumby brain. Woman, yes, sir. Me could to be any party form, pending for party for a cheetah for. Politics is not about individuals. Yan so me a tradition, yan so me a party, that the party no be peja no be an. Ni the ahokika atanity. Na se say there. Look at the party no. You some nipa ba kumienu. And you must sika so abedi eni. Obi enya sika. You don't even know the source of the money. And they are spraying it around and then collapse etuni ADHD. Is this a country that we want to build? Are we going to worship money in this country and materialism? That for me is not it. And I'm going to fight that. And if I become the lone word person standing up, I will do so till the day I have my last breath. Inti Kwame, I'm very passionate this morning because some of us we put our whole lives, our professional development, and everything on the line to sacrifice and work hard for this political tradition. And I'm not going to be alive and sit there and allow a few people and obviously baby ban come and disrupt our party and destroy our tradition. We will not do that. We will fight them. And today, I want to meet some of them in our council, in our national executive. Nice to bamboni na party no ha o minus ade.
Now, Mamintie, sa top bottom approach in selecting flag bearer no. Me won say what can want some, but I say unity. Say enipa bi kwa kohia enipa bi nu anadwo. Say semoko national council meeting. Mumfa sa agenda no emra na at least 12 chairman of the party no kra no in raise that point no. Ankomo what to be?
Kwame. Na tese Ghana hanan saying the friend of misrepresentation. Any propaganda and papa. You call National Council on the 17th of April. I'm sorry, and making me proposal. And what my submitted proposal to the constitutional review. Me can near me no because people and nipa be mano akusi baby and no me feel so no can one more agenda who said and no masomo. Asema me can say idea a party for the choir party and penny for a to about party. Delegate system broken. The do no 100% ki benya. All card-bearing members of this party should be voted. And so who called the IT department? They say card-bearing members, almost no. They are far less than 200,000. I think it's about 137 or 187,000. I don't know which figure is right. But even across the world, all the big political parties, Republican Party, Conservative Party, card-bearing members, they are not almost those who can see. Because politics, voters who are about to no when you're committed, but there is a voter. And they all sympathizers, because of the tradition, because they will not to. And you will be our activists, only our party.